Gucci Mane might not testify. And so at the beginning of the case, I kind of felt like it was going to be hanging on Gucci Mane having to go in there and testify. And he was going to actually have to get on the stand, point Pooh Shiesty out, kind of explain the encounter, and stand on whatever he was going to stand on the stand. And I was kind of disappointed because I felt like Gucci Mane has positioned himself his entire life, and he has gave all these young boys swords and not shields, and now here he is ready to use the shield. And see, that's why you see some of the culture is surprised. A lot of the street niggas surprised. They don't know nothing about the shield. See, I've been told I know these niggas got a sword and a shield, man. These niggas will kill you or protect theyself and get you out the way, right? And so you can have a shield, just don't use it in that way, right? I don't want people to be without shields, but I want you to know that these street niggas be having shields. And if all else fails, nigga pull that shield out and save yourself. I was telling one of my friends, I'm glad I was alive to see this, man. I would have died thinking some of this shit never happened, and not with the rappers. I'm talking about what's really going on in the streets. The shit that I'm actually seeing unfold in the streets is telling me, man, I would have died thinking that the game would have never turned into this. You couldn't have paid me to think the game would have turned into this. The game is done. But there's been a lot of new evidence that has been brought to the forefront since Pooh Shiesty has been locked up. A couple different things has happened. Number one, Big 30 has been let out on bond, and his father has been let out on bond. They have 2 bonds that was granted on this case, and that's why I was starting to be like, hey, this is starting to get weak. I mean, it was getting to the point where they were starting to argue that Pooh Shiesty deserves a bond. That's how weak shit got. And all of a sudden, the feds now pop up with a couple different things. They pop up with pictures of Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane, Big 30, Pooh Shiesty's father, and another gentleman in the studio with weapons. They pop up with the actual contract that whereabouts has been unknown up until this point. And they also come with a video showing the actual alleged robbery take place on Gucci Mane by Pooh Shiesty. Pay attention to this video. We'll come back with the game.
Shit, oh, shit. You drunk this dumb bitch.
So let them know you done deal.
That's a done deal.
Let them know you dropping me.
I drop you.
No, say it.
Who should I say drop from 1017?
Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
That's you signed the paper.
I signed the paper. It's done. Shit, oh, shit. You drunk this dumb bitch.
So let them know you done deal.
That's a done deal.
Let them know you dropping me.
I drop you.
No, say it.
Who should I say drop from 1017?
Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
That's you signed the paper.
I signed the paper. It's done.
So there's a lot going on in this video. Number one, first thing came to my mind was Gucci don't got that gorilla spirit in him. And number one, you know he got that yop in his hand. See, y'all must ain't never heard that stick go off. That stick go off. It make you get little. That motherfucker powerful. And so Gucci know that's a motherfucking chopper right there, man. Well, them folks got a yop in here. But I come up around some niggas that would grab shots. It'll turn into, man, y'all better put that gun down, man. Ain't nothing going on. They gonna put that gun down. Yeah, it'll turn into that, man. Cause, man, first of all, also, a little bit of me saying these niggas playing. Because the nigga holding the gun, granted, he holding it with 2 hands. But if you get to shooting right now, Pooh Shiesty hit. If he get to shooting right now, like if shit just go left, they real close. Everybody real close. If shit go left right now, I'm led to believe that not only would Gucci have been hurt, that Pooh Shiesty or his father would have probably got hurt. And then it would have just blew everything up, shots let off, shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So part of me thinks, what if he would have bucked that? Damn, nigga, y'all gonna try to, what you doing, nigga? You finna try to, what if he'd have bucked it? Because we all know that Pooh Shiesty pulled this kind of move on Gucci Mane because he think he a street guy. He think Gucci is a street guy. That's that image I be telling y'all about when niggas push that image out. Gucci done caught him a body. He done went to jail. He done talked this gangster shit. He been on stage. So Pooh Shiesty finna fade that. That's what I be telling y'all. Niggas is living like that. Certain niggas living like that. Oh, them niggas tough over there. We fading that. Nigga fading that, homie. Oh, y'all living like that? All right, then let's go to war about this. That's what it is. He faded it. See them boys come out of Memphis. I'm finna fade that gangster shit, man. We finna leave it in the streets. See them young niggas think just cause they got a gun in the room, they in control. Man, there's some old niggas that you pull that gun out, you still really ain't got control of this situation, especially that close. I grab your homeboy and choke him to death. You finna have to beat me with the gun and I'm not finna let him go. You got to blow my head off just holding him. But nigga might end up beating that case. They gonna say, man, he just, you know what I'm saying? See, I think it was better for Gucci just to be still like he done, you know. Pooh Shiesty and them went out bad with this, right? Now, let me put everything in context. What we're looking at right here is Big 30 is the one recording the video. So according to the federal documents, Big 30 was holding the phone. Now, Big 30, if you holding the phone, you ain't supposed to get the nigga with the gun. Of course, Pooh Shiesty is making this video. Why? Because Gucci has a reputation and a history of dropping people via video.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 10/17 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shake-up and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Foo, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus.
And so I got the contract, but I need you to do that little thing you be doing for everybody else. So I need you to say that right quick. Now, nigga, say it. All that. First of all, you supposed to got in a whole nother spot. Hey, come walk right here. First of all, they ain't hit him. He supposed to been hit off the rip, so he don't got that kind of attitude. To be honest, I don't like Gucci attitude with that chop on him if I was Pooh Shiesty now. He really got the kind of attitude like, damn, for real? Like, damn, this what y'all doing? And then out of the clear blue sky, you hear Pooh Shiesty say, yeah, real nigga ain't never did no police shit or nothing. As Pooh Shiesty kind of scared right then. But what he's trying to do is establish a moral contract. Gucci ain't giving him no energy though. See, they supposed to hit him. You got to hit him and threaten him and shit then, because he really showing you, whatever you saying, man, I'm just trying to get out of here. I ain't really on none of that shit you talking about, man. That's the type of vibe he really having towards the guy. He don't even got control of the situation with a chop out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to walk him over to the corner. Hey, you and Pooh gonna go into the corner. We ain't gonna get the nigga with the gun. But you and him, y'all go. But just to do it wider, they rushing, they scared, they spooked. They ain't think it was gonna come to this. But it's here. Or they might have thought he'll be more scared or more docile. But he really is kind of trying to push his way out the room. He know it's danger in this motherfucker. But the new question became outside is, how did Big 30 and the father get a bond? You know, me and Wack 100 did an episode and I was telling Wack, and he was saying on there as well that, yo, these people are gonna get in that phone. If you notice, when they arrested Big 30, they took to the courts and let them know that he damaged the phone as soon as they encountered him. And so what that told me, it was just a matter of time before they got into the phone. They got into the phone and they got these things. My thing is, you go bury that phone. Soon as niggas brought that shit to the internet, soon as you saw niggas go, hey, Gucci man, I heard you got robbed last night, all that, y'all nigga posted went and buried them phones. Not even bury it. Go throw it in the ocean. Soon as they brought it to the internet, them phones supposed to been gone. You niggas was out months and still kept them phones. They caught you with the phone you had on that day. You niggas was out months. Come on, man. They had already brought this shit to the internet and everything. Y'all supposed to been done hid them shits. Been done got rid of them shits. And I want to be clear about this. I think Pooh Shiesty misread Gucci's image because of some of the rhetoric Gucci has been pushing over the years. And he was counting on the legend of the 2006 Gucci when he faded him. He thought he was going to get that gangster Gucci, the man that had that history. You know, they expected him to honor the silence. It's too much money at stake. That dude is removed from the streets. He ain't playing that game, but the Memphis niggas faded it. I'm also going to be completely honest with Pooh Shiesty. It's time to cop out. Because one thing about the feds, man, they have no conscience. They will get rid of you for the rest of your life, and it's going to be hard for people to fight for you with a video of you doing someone else from the culture like that that's beloved. It ain't like how they did for Meek Mill or something that doesn't put them at odds with someone else that they may have potential business with. I don't feel as though that he's going to get the benefit of the doubt with how the feds is positioning the case at this time. Pooh Shiesty got to get out of them people way, man. You look at some of the names like Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover, they will put you away forever in them feds. I think he's looking at least 25 years for this. My advice for him right now is to get low and go, man. You look at some of the names that got 20s and 25s and they did get a chance to get their life back. What I don't appreciate about this move is that Pooh Shiesty was against giving albums to fulfill his contract and then turned around and traded his life for the contract. You were better off giving a nigga 10 albums. At some point in his time, if he gets some time, he's gonna say, man, I should have gave that nigga 5-10 albums and just played it smooth, because you have now effectively swapped your life out for the same contract that you wouldn't give a couple albums for. And I think that that is not a fair trade. And so now his position is now changed. If I'm Pooh Shiesty, it goes from where's the video to trying to explain the video. And I think that's a very, very different situation to be in with his prior record and his points. And when I think further about Gucci Mane's image, I want to spend a couple minutes just even unpacking this, because it just crossed my mind. And I want to say something, and I really want people to hear me, because I came in the game talking universal law. I came into the game talking universal law, supreme understanding, paying attention to the signs, symbols, people, places, and things. And all of the world is in concert and all things must coexist. And so with that being said, you know, God placed me in that position. And so I came in talking about that. And so as I'm thinking about Gucci Mane's image, I want to say this. When you hear me talk about some of this, understand I'm not trying to say Gucci Mane deserved anything. I'm not saying Pooh Shiesty is guilty. When I had these conversations, I truly try to unpack human behavior. I try to give some game. This is what this platform has been built on. But I want to spend some time on Gucci Mane and the image he has portrayed over the last 20 years. And I'm not saying a man cannot change, because I've changed. There's people that remember me in ways that I do not behave today. And so I want to act as a testimony and speak from that vantage point. I don't want to be naive or act like I don't understand that there is a pathway to redemption for all human beings. I want to lead with that, but I also want to say that there's a law in life. I truly believe that universal law is always in effect, and certain things you cannot duck. God is aware of everything, and I think that when he gives you those opportunities to escape, when he gives you those tunnels to go and find cover, when he gives you that tree to find shade, I think when you don't take full advantage of that, he has to make an example out of you. Case in point. Somewhere in my mind, I'm saying universal law and God has stepped in as it pertains to Gucci Mane, because he come from the streets. The streets will tell you not to go down there and do the music. I say that because there was too many missed signs and signals. Gucci Mane coming from the streets, it was supposed to be an alarm that went off in his head to say, ain't no way I'm going down there. I know he thought the shield was there because the young man was on probation. But again, been so removed from the streets, you ain't understanding how they playing in Memphis. They playing a different game. They kind of playing the same game Chicago playing. You might get let out of jail in Chicago, a nigga tap your computer soon as you be on the let out. You understand me? So Memphis playing a different kind of game, and with him ignoring that says that universal signs was there. As weird as it may sound, I feel like Gucci Mane is paying a debt for some of the things that he portrayed and pushed onto the youth. Along my travels, I've learned that sometimes the image that you use to win, God has to strip it off you in front of everybody. I saw this level of arrogance when it came to Gucci Mane after God done saved him, after he done been through all of that. And what I appreciate about him is that it did start to look like he was trying to change his life. And I think the universe gave him one last test, and I think he failed the test. I was just like y'all looking at the new Gucci. I seen a man that changed his body, that got healthy, that got married, had a family, became a father, became a businessman. I saw that. I'm just like y'all. I saw that. But I also saw a man who in front of the world still stood in that gangster image when peace was on the table. That Verzuz with Jeezy sticks out to me. If you think about it, Gucci was already far removed from the gangster shit then. It's like he was already living another life. I think the devil and the universe put that in front of him. It put peace on the table and he still stood on the gangster image and he got applauded for that. And I just think the universe says, I have to strip you of that same image in front of everybody that you pushed it on. And don't get it fucked up. I felt like he pushed up on Jeezy. I felt like he tried Jeezy. I felt like Gucci held it down. Zone 6, Atlanta shit. I felt like he stood on it. That was the entertainment me. But this was bigger than entertainment. And I think Gucci missed the mark. And I think we seeing him pay for that right now with the humiliation. Because ask yourself why the fuck Pooh Shiesty will record this. Ask yourself, why the fuck will some of these things unfold in a way where the only way for you to protect yourself if you Gucci Mane is to destroy the gangster image? It's done. It's destroyed. You damn near got to put the mic down. And I'm talking about because of the content of the music. You see the universe is whooping your feet. They saying you done made enough. You done enough. That's my vantage point in my opinion. But when I looked at that Verzuz, it was really supposed to be about two men moving past blood. Gucci Mane had caught a body allegedly. You know, he would always say for years that Jesus sent the guy at him, and you understand me, he stood on the business. This is what he would always push.
Just on Rhapsody not that long ago. And a lot of cats in the streets especially was like, whoa, like everybody just kind of like dropped what they was doing and listened at the same time because you had some things to talk about. Young Jeezy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about that for a second. Let's reiterate for those that didn't catch that Rhapsody episode, man. What's going on with you and Jeezy?
I don't fuck with a nigga here pussy.
All right. So what's got you feeling that way, man?
Niggas should be doing little bitch ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit a bitch would do, you know what I mean? Like a little bitch.
All right. So where's all that coming from? Because, I mean, y'all had the song together. It seemed like the relationship was going along pretty all right. You know, y'all both repping the A.
I thought it was a real nigga, man, but you know, they a carbon copy, man. I'm Oreo.
All right. So what really was the beginning of the end and making you feel this way that you feel right now?
Nigga tried to get my song on his album, and after he couldn't do it, you know what I mean? Just bitch came out of it.
So what he started doing exactly?
You know, just making dish records. Going on the radio saying little shit. You know what I'm saying? Popping shit to niggas and shit.
Was he doing that in Atlanta or in markets that you might not have been in?
He was going to markets I ain't been in yet and do a show before I get there and tell them don't buy my record when it come out.
That situation that we were just talking about with the charges and so forth, do you feel like it was a setup because cats came like after you, like they was coming to get you?
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
Okay. Do you have any indications on who it might be? Have you heard anything on the streets? Just whatever you feel in your own heart?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive.
Jeezy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up.
So it's real serious then when we talking about like actually trying to like set somebody up to take someone's lives. It's on a whole nother level. It's past just the wax.
It's like, I guess they scared of competition.
But this moment in culture was supposed to be for us to look at these two men and say, that's what grown black men do in the South. Salute to that. But even in that moment, Gucci Mane performed The Truth. That's where he dissed about the dead body. And he still brought up Pookie Low, smoking on Pookie Low.
I'm just who I am, nigga, but I ain't sparing now, nigga. I know it's hard for you to sleep, knowing when you kill your homeboy. You left his son to be a bastard, won't even raise your own boy. Damn. Damn.
Broke the internet.
I tell you what.
Put that nigga ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Low tonight.
I tell you what. I tell you what. This how we gonna do this.
Send some more, I'ma send them the same way. In a box back to you.
Are you doing too
Free
much
kill.
talking?
Free
Come on,
kill.
man. I tell you what, though. See, when I even called you and extended this invite, my nigga, I did it as a real man. It's been 20 motherfucking years.
15
You still talking,
years.
okay, well, how many? You still talking the same shit. You feel me? Still talking the same shit.
Hey, man,
So
you
hold
got
on,
to take that.
let me talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
Let me talk,
I
my
don't
nigga.
want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
What
right,
we gonna
that's
do?
right, that's right.
Are we gonna do some music or fuck
I tell
that
you
shit?
what, I tell you what. My nigga, I tell you what, it go like this. When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because
And
I said,
told you
hold on,
straight
let
off the
me- let me-
dribble.
let me-
I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the
Okay,
truth, we
it's all
can't do
good.
it.
It's all
So,
good, but let me
hey,
say
man,
my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take off.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world.
And one of the things I think rappers get wrong, it's unfortunate because they're not paying attention, but you start as a rapper, once your influence grows, once you become influential, you become a teacher. Tupac showed you. And it's by default. It's not necessarily something that you can control. And so I believe what Gucci Mane is going through is not only legal, but I think it's spiritual. When you drill down what I'm saying, some of this type of energy, you know, it taught a generation, in particular with Gucci. Let's just deal with his music, because I think God is asking me, and I think the universe is asking us to use this. I think it's asking us to use this as an example to our children. Gucci Mane taught a generation that disrespecting the dead can be entertainment. It was damn near the first drill music song. And this is what I'm telling y'all. The universe is spiritual warfare going on. And I don't really supposed to even be talking about all this, but it's spiritual warfare going on. I'm almost ready to say that Gucci Mane's song, The Truth, was one of the first drill songs from a famous artist outside of Chicago. I came in the game telling niggas that image get you so far, didn't get you killed. The gangster image used to protect Gucci. In this situation, it endangered him. Because had they thought that Gucci had any liquor police in them, they wouldn't have done it. Everybody saying they stupid. Now they ain't stupid. They fading what they thought they was fading. They think they fading a nigga that it's impossible he can call the police. He done stood on this all his life. But they don't understand that I believe spiritual warfare says, however I gotta do it, I'ma strip this guy who has pushed some of this rhetoric, who understands the change. Right? Some of these boys that's lost in it, I ain't gonna fuck with them. Gucci understands it. How do I know he understands it? He's evolved past it. Unfortunate, it's still a debt to be paid. And I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna let them boys kill you. But that image you have pushed onto the culture, I'ma strip it off you in front of the entire world. I think God gave him an exit route at the Verzuz. I think if he would have handled that Verzuz as a mature man and came out there and told the youngsters, hey man, like Jeezy done, if he would have handled that Verzuz right, I keep telling y'all, young boy, you having opportunities. And these is God and universal opportunities. Your money can't save you. I don't give a fuck if you go to China. Nigga, you can run to Ukraine. Your money can't save you. When universal law is in effect, it must be obeyed, nigga. Things must obey the natural order. And so sometimes when you having these opportunities and you say, God gotta be God. Why would, like, that dude sent somebody at me, I killed one of his homeboys, he gonna come stand up here with me? You see how Jeezy was embarrassed that night. But you see what it's doing to Gucci now. Speaking more about their verses with Gucci and Jeezy, I think Gucci just missed the mark. And for me, it's important to just highlight that. I just want to spend a little second right there because, you know, over this episode, I'm going to talk about a lot of different things. But I think it's important that I let you guys understand my understanding, you know, of this scenario. And I get it. Some of us from the street will probably feel like it's unfair because God will let a man get famous for something. And he'll ask a man not to spend the rest of his life worshiping what he survived. You know, something in my spirit is just telling me that at that Verzuz, God was trying to give him a clean exit. You had already changed your life. You had already became a family man. You had already started to embark on an entirely different journey. And so to see you double down on some gangster shit, when all the signs of the universe is telling you to let that go, you still double down on it. But see, I understand that there's a point in a man's life where God may not have to destroy the man, but he'll destroy the costume the man is wearing. I think that's what we're looking at. And it's because of moments like that when he didn't give in. It's moments like that when Jesus stepped to the plate and said, yo, this coach ain't even about that, man. You understand me? Man, I'm trying to let the culture know they care, man. We influence children. I'm trying to give you a clean exit. Look at both of those men's lives right now. Granted, I wouldn't imagine Jesus' life to be going perfect, but Jesus has been extremely intentional with telling the universe, I submit. I submit. Even when they embarrass me, even when they drag my name, I'm gonna go with it, because I'm telling you, I understand what I done. I understand you allowed me to get rich, but you gotta strip that costume to show these children that it ain't worthy or nothing. And so you would hear the trap God, Jesus, his name would come up in snitching shit. He wouldn't respond. His name would come up, niggas smacked him, niggas tried him, he wouldn't respond. Niggas go on interviews, he wouldn't respond. I know that's God tearing that image down. I'm safe. Yeah, the human being is safe. Signs and symbols. I came in the game telling niggas that image will get you so far and to get you killed. It becomes a cage. You'll hear me push back on it. You ain't never seen a gun in my videos. You ain't never seen the gangsters with me. You ain't never, because listen, man, I'm obeying universal law. Y'all playing a different game than I'm playing. I'm hustling above your level. That's why I could never give in to some of the bullshit. Even if I did give in, I'll be so difficult to deal with, it wouldn't make sense. I can't give in. My body, my mind, and spirit is free. And so I can't allow myself to engage in ways that'll compromise that. And when I say it'll get you so far and it'll get you killed, it may not get you killed physically, but you will die mentally. You will stop evolving. You will stop being able to understand. Like Pooh Shiesty, you won't have anything in your toolbox. You don't have anything to go to. And so at some point you got to shed not only the behavior, but depending on the influence that was attached to the costume, God might got to burn it up in front of the whole world. And if you try to go defending the costume, it's blatant disrespect to the spiritual warfare that black children is in. Right? Again, get your money, tell your stories, live your life. But I'm talking about a man like Gucci that has already moved past that. In his real life, he moved way past that. He faking when he come out there talking about Pookie, Loki and all that. He wasn't on that. You had moved past that. It's spiritual warfare going on with black children. And so what I'm seeing is God is burning a lot of these costumes up. And any one of these human beings, any one of these regular people who God has allowed to get famous from these things, when you try to defend them in a way, that's why I like what Young Miami is doing. Don't even defend it. Push your line. It's nothing to defend, because I can't win with certain people no matter what. And so I think there's a debt to be paid for defending that costume. And I think for the final act, before God gave him a clean exit, God put him in front of the world on Verzuz.
Damn.
Broke the internet.
I tell you what.
Put that nigga ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Load tonight.
I tell you what. I tell you what. This how we gonna do this.
Send some more, I'ma send them the same way. In a box back to you.
Are you doing
free kill? Free kill.
I tell you what though. See, when I even call you and extended this invite, my nigga, I did it as a real man. Because I
told you straight off the dribble. I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it.
It's all good, but let me say my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take off.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world.
And one thing I know Gucci understood is the crowd wanted goo-wop. But I think the spiritual warfare was speaking to Roderick. The same way Jeezy understood We no longer talking to the rapper at this point. I can't get involved in that. I'm hustling above that level. I mean that too. I stand on that. I mean that. And it's gonna be embarrassment to go with it. If you climb the ladder with it, God got to bring him down. Instead of me looking at that Verzuz as entertainment, people looked. I said, Gucci up there on the altar. Gucci up there on the altar. He gonna play them songs. He gonna diss the dude dead homeboy. He gonna stand on it, and he know they done already talked. They done squashed it. They done moved past it. It been 20 years. Them folks probably had good conversation behind the scenes. It was all about the image. It was all about protecting Guwap. Both these men have already been extremely successful. Two men standing in a room doing songs with death in between them. The entire culture watching, the entire culture influenced. It was a blurred memory under bright lights. Ego, pride, prison, trauma, diss records, street politics, families. I applaud Jeezy for taking that spiritual exit ramp and showing God I won't protect that costume. I was honest in my travels, but I understand the unintentional consequences of some of the things that I made. So whatever you got to do with that Jeezy thing, God gon' have your way with it. You saved me, you saved my family, you saved generations of my family. At least I can sacrifice this Jeezy nigga. You understand me? I supposed to die, went to jail. That's why I say at any moment, nigga, they can sacrifice this Loon nigga. You understand? And I don't mean blood sacrifice, I mean character sacrifice. Because there's too much attached to it. I like to try to keep mine aligned with my purpose. I looked at Jeezy, he stood there, we too old for this. People died behind this. This was his messaging. Nothing but love and respect for that. I understand that he understands universal law is in effect. The money don't save you, young blood. To get on that stage and show mercy, when you're able to do that, I think the universe and God says, I'll let you bury that old image with dignity. But when you try to protect it, and when you try to pick that image back up, because he understood it was the vehicle that was attaching him to them new artists. It was greed. It was ego. You had already saved your family. And I'm speaking to a spiritual side. I don't give a fuck about all this hoopla that's going on. Everybody looked at what he did on that stage as he was being a real nigga. I was even caught in it somewhat. And the reason I was caught in it is because Jeezy had a lot of respect. The streets respected Jeezy, and so for Gucci to be disrespecting Jeezy meant something. I was even caught in the loop. But now looking back at it, Monday morning quarterbacking. The problem is Gucci wasn't gangster enough to put the gangster image down. It take a real gangster to put that gangster image down. That's what y'all don't know. It take a real nigga to say, I ain't doing that chasing clout shit. And it's right there at the rim. You understand? It take a real nigga to say no to some of this bullshit. That's what niggas don't really understand. And so you gotta be a gangster to put the gangster image down. Instead, Gucci went on stage with Jeezy. He wasn't gangster enough to put the gangster image down. He wasn't gangster enough to take the spiritual exit ramp. And so you pay for that. And don't take what I'm saying as me saying Gucci deserved to be robbed or go through anything he's going through. That ain't what Loon is saying. I'm saying the spirit of the moment. The universe is alive, my nigga. The chains can't protect you. The watch can't protect you. The money can't protect you. And so I think some of the bigger message even coming out of this is I need the young niggas to understand that being a gangster is not freedom. A lot of these niggas make it look good because they not gangsters. And you'll find that out when shit hit the fan. But being a gangster is not freedom. What being a gangster is paying a debt with applause attached to it. And the reason I say that is because I understand that, man, I'm telling you, the universe is so perfect. God put both them boys that push their gangster image on stage at the same time. And the universe and God is going to show you the price that has to be paid for not taking the spiritual exit ramp and letting me set that character on fire. After you've saved your family, I've let you get away. And that's why you really supposed to applaud Jeezy, because it's easier to be the image that everybody's cheering for. It's easy for Jeezy to come out there on some trap or die. Yeah, nah, let's go. You want to crank it back up, nigga? I'm way more stronger now. I'm way smarter now. You talking about my P? You want to crank it back? It's way easier to go that route because the crowd is cheering for that route. What is harder is to say, I submit. And God said, I need to tap at that image a little bit to show about the misrepresentation of that character to children and to the culture, because a lot of people bit into that. But it's hard to evolve into a different man when they have rewarded you all your life for being this gangster character. But that's evolution. And so what you're looking at is evolution. I think Gucci is paying the ultimate price for not taking that spiritual exit ramp when it was given to him. It was all ego. He fed into his ego because the only conversation he had to have was, can I win this Verzuz without reopening this grave? It was just disrespect. It was the stand on the street image. That's exactly what it was for. The reason why something like this is happening in public and a lot of people is looking at it saying, man, I ain't ever seen something like this happen. This situation is unique. This situation is spiritual. When the influence is public, the correction is public. And Pooh Shiesty, it's a whole nother fight. We can examine that at some other time. This is why you see me dread people say I'm a street guy. Number one, when they say this about other guys, I don't believe it. Because I don't care, number one. And number two, I know the only way to beat the game is to be quiet while you playing it. You niggas too loud playing the game. You niggas can't beat this game with all that noise you making. This game got to be beat in stealth mode, at least from my vantage point. Maybe y'all beat the game loud where y'all from. I don't know. Where I come from, you got to go stealth mode to beat the game and play small ball. This how I don't know how y'all beat the game. But I talked to my guy about the image that people push all the time. When it comes to me, I push back on that. I say, yo, I'm a scholar. I'm a thinking man. You know, sometimes I'll pop some shit. I'm a real nigga. Whatever. That's me popping it. But I'm intentional about telling the universe that I ain't that. I went through some things, but they didn't define me. I might have broke the route here and there, but I'm still on the right path. Pooh Shiesty didn't have much in his toolbox. When he got frustrated or he felt like his back was up against a wall, again, I understand it, because all humans have that tendency to, yo, I want what I want when I want it. The problem is niggas don't got enough in their toolbox to get it. And so now when they look in there, shit, I ain't got nothing but some anger and some I got some aggression, nigga. I can make it. I take it. Yeah, I take it. You got to put a little finesse on your game. You got to put a little finesse on your game, especially with this level of money, because brute force don't do nothing but get you beat down. And why I try to tell a lot of you guys in the street, like, how you telling me you're a high level nigga and all you know how to do is sell dope? Man, they got people selling busted up pallets, broken furniture, stock market. It's all kind of shit going on to get some money. And you telling me you high level and you ain't got nothing in your toolbox but a dope pack in 2026. And so it's the same for Pooh Shiesty. Say, homie, you got to have something else in your toolbox. That's why you got to come listen to me, nigga. I'm going to fill your toolbox up. You going to know how to finesse. You going to know how to fight. You going to know how to fight for something. You understand what I'm saying? You going to learn things, man, but you got to put shit in your toolbox more than just aggression and ready to crash out, because that don't last long.